Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. Last episode we explored the Solaris Temple. We handed the ribbon spool over to Lady Diala. And now basically we need to find the thaumatic sulfide so we can trade it with her for the thing we need to unclog the thing that blocks the sewers. So let's see how easy or hard it is to find the docks this time. It's usually somewhere on the left side of the map, so it shouldn't be too tricky. But I noticed that the maps have gotten turned around a little bit more often than they used to. I mean, for example, we now have the Solaris Temple over on this side, which is normally it was somewhere up in the top right rather than the top left. So I'm all happy for that. The maps are getting slightly more randomized, but it does mean that I can no longer rely on my common wisdom, so to say, of where things ought to be. Or can I? Just need to adjust my common wisdom. Let's get out of those guys. Here. Just slowly making my way through. Highborn Bow. It's fun playing Cruel or later in Cruel for the first time. And also see all kinds of items I haven't seen before. Could be just reskinned items with different names, but it's fun seeing new things. Most of the time I just I played through normal difficulty. I've gotten pretty good at actually reliably finishing normal difficulty with a hardcore character. That didn't always used to be the case. I used to die pretty early. Lost quite some characters to Mr. Dominus back in the day. I'm not quite sure if he has been nerfed over time, or if I've just gotten better as a player, or if I've just become better at getting my gear in order before actually facing Dominus. But he used to be really hard to deal with. If you played a self-found solo hardcore character, I would always lose my characters to it. It could be that I'm very fond of summoners, and summoners early on might not be the most viable build to play. It could be that that's the thing I switched out of playing summoners. Also, there is a talisman thing there that's doing evil things with stuff sticking out of the floor. See? Evil things. Evil things. You must die for that. Okay, you're not actually the talisman bearer, but you're gonna die for it anyway. Just here, have some distractions. Hey, guy's dead. Still going for distractions. Bone spires, I hate them. Ever since I lost version 1 of this character to dual bone spire bosses, well, not bosses, but talisman wielders, I've gotten really paranoid about them. And frankly, there are some level 2 ones that are also pretty nasty, but I'm not quite sure if that's due to them being really nasty or if the spawn they spawn on is just really nasty. I mean, if you open up a summoning circle, you have no way to prepare for what's coming except by making sure you are not in the middle of it when things go down, because otherwise you might end up going down. And tier 1 talismans, at least you tend to have a warning. You can see them on the map, you can just do a slow advance, you know what you're going to be up against. If you are playing careful, and if you withdraw from battle and things like that. Hello there, Verici. Just got an Varici to level 5. I mean, every time before I start recording, I play my daily missions on the two masters I've got. Currently I got Elrion and Varici as my dailies. It's a nice way to warm up. Missions generally tend to be 5 to 10 levels below my own level. They reflect elemental damage. I'm so happy I don't do elemental damage or physical damage for that matter, so that I don't have to fear the reflection monsters. So from what I understand, reflection is the thing that can kill you if you have a very high damage build that can kill things off screen. Reflection bosses are gonna mess you up then. And I'm just lucky I don't do that. Well, maybe I'm wondering if this patch, the 2.1 patch, introduced a bunch of new chaos skills. Poison actually became a viable build. Some of the things are due to some of the rares. I think Bino's Kitchen Knife and Mantle of Darkness. I think Mantle of Darkness is the one that converts fire to chaos. Bino's Kitchen Knife makes basically chaos damage proliferate. Never actually found them. I've only heard talk about them on the podcast and things like that. But apparently those are things that take chaos from just being good to being insanely overpowered. So I'm wondering if, as a balancing act slash counter move against that, the denizens of Rayclast are going to develop chaos reflection or chaos damage resistance or things like that, in an effort to be a bit more protected against it and to make chaos not an I win button, because currently it pretty much is. Main Contagion ED, what I'm playing, it's insane. Contagion Essence Drain, that is. It's an insane build. Also, no, I don't like Fairgraves. You go choke on your Kidder's Plump. I don't want it. I need to be up here. Also, let's teleport our golem up by just resummoning him. Tiger Swords. Rawr. Wonder if it's got stripes. Does it have stripes? It doesn't pretty have stripes. I think it should have stripes, just to be a proper tiger sword. Then I could probably also have a zebra axe, just to have something long-necked with stripes. Yep. Or like a zebra sword, with it just being a big two-hander. That would work. Just trying to stretch the logic here a little bit. There's something magic up there. There's just a Voidbearer. I mean, I'm kind of paranoid about the Voidbearer boss. He's always pretty high damage. That's him. The Revenant. Oh, I found in this case not actually not that dangerous if you don't get close to him, or if your resists are pretty good. I mean, I got max resists for all the elements, and I have a pretty decent resistance against chaos. I mean, 36% chaos resistance, especially on Cruel. I don't think it's something that's that easy to achieve, but it kind of comes for free with the whole chaos build I'm going for. And we got our Sulfite. Also, we need to still assassinate someone. Let's do that. Let's help the lazy assassin. I mean, almost close to leveling up to 55. Might as well do that by going after a rogue exile. So this is one of those nice challenge ones. We have to keep the target alive at low health. So you just contagion him until he's low life, and then you just run circles around him. It's actually not that difficult. Just have to make sure you never actually cast Essence Drain on either the boss or the minions, because that's gonna be a problem. Okay. You have one of these. Just let it wear out, and afterwards we have a golem that can take you further. We can cast another contagion. Okay, now it's time to run away. Run away! It's nice that there's a timer up there, so you actually know when things are right. And now we pick up our rings. I don't care about the rest. We need to, of course, go back to Varici. Yay, I did your work for you. It's a good time to head back to town as well. Need to spend points. Yes. Extra radius. Thank you very much.
Happy to share my hard-earned wisdom.
Sell some stuff. I want chaos damage. I don't really care about these items. Sanctified mana. Have a look. Oh, don't care. Don't care. Sanctified life. I'm still not quite sure what to think of them. I mean, they regen quickly, but nothing interesting. Let's roll it. Life comes from mana. I don't care. What is this? Wow, +1 level of Socket the Gems, just flat out for everything. That's not a bad proposition. I mean, +1 extra level is probably gonna boost more damage than... What is it? The other one was 30% in total, so that's 12% lost spell damage. Oh, it's not a bad one. I might actually go with this. Just have to see what I put on. And putting on Wither is a bit of a waste. Flame Dash also not a good idea. I'll see. I'll just stash it and then figure out what to do with it later on. Stashing is great for that. It just gives you time to think. What do I want to do with this? Also, actually, I'm just gonna have a stash tab for just the random stuff to sort through. Call it sort through. Make it a nice... I don't know, bright pink. Put it all the way at the beginning, next to my currency tab. That way I have one tab to put all the stuff in that I just pick up and don't want to deal with right now. Also, why is there chopping up? I don't like chopping up. Slow or simple? Let's go. I also have a feeling that after you pick up the Stormdatic Sulfite, you get the Infernal Talk. Well, of course, she has that one handy, of course, and she does want to give it. Things get into a bit of an accelerated stream afterwards. So you go to the warehouse district, you hand in the stuff, or you use the stuff, then you more or less instantly pop out on the other side in a battle zone where it's really easy to walk towards the boss, and then boom, the next moment you know you're inside of Lunaris temple. And then you're really close to the end. Because you just go up the stairs. And then there is a waypoint up the stairs. Oop. These guys resist chaos a little bit. There's no chaos penetration, unfortunately, so I can't actually bypass that. If something resists chaos, that means I'm just gonna be screwed. That's the one downside of chaos damage. On the other hand, there are pretty few things that actually do something against it, and it bypasses energy shield, which is a pretty nice virtue in and of itself. I don't know what you do, who you are, I don't like you. Dead end. Ah, extra minions. Okay, so Boom. Split. Yeah, I'm happy I didn't stand next to that one. So I've also got all the rare ones in here, actually the highest levels versions of the rare things I got. So I figured if we're gonna open up a stone temple or a stone circle, then it's gonna be a proper challenge. Rather than something that's not really a challenge. Since I'm also leveling a Scion as a summoner that also uses chaos. And I figured I can just use the low level amulets, talismans on her, rather than with this character. So this way things stay interesting. Because it's not interesting to do a level 5 talisman or something. I'd rather have a much higher level one. If they don't want to come, then they don't want to come. So let's first clear out the trash mobs. Afterwards I will summon up the minions. So that's right now. Here, you. Hey, bye bye. Everybody gone? Yes. Oh, I think I already killed him. He was nearly dead before I actually was able to summon all the minions. Yeah, Grevicious. You are no match for chaos. Boom. Boom. So, let's see if we can get ourselves to the Lunaris temple waypoint today. Oh, another Templier, or a Talismanier, a writing. Hey, there's a red circle now. I've only seen the purple and the green ones so far. What do you do? Vulnerability. Ooh, physical and degentate. Ooh, oh. This, if you get the vulnerability on you in combination with Bonespire Talisman, which does a degen effect, oh, that's gonna be insanely nasty. I'm already not looking forward to encountering that combination. Really does mean I have to be careful. Always have to be careful, but yeah, this game has the potential to roll some truly evil monster combos. Well, that's also the thing that makes it interesting. As a boss, just a regular boss with an aura, accuracy and crit chance. And they didn't even have the decency to drop decent loot. I was trying to say loot and gear at the same time, so came out on something creative there. Leer. Okay, so Mr. Cole is here somewhere. That's always a fun challenge. Always in one of the side rooms from the main corridors. Always enjoy the fight. It's a challenging fight. Cole's definitely a test. He does pretty spiky damage. But you can dance around him. It's a very good test of how good you are as a player at dodging things. Dread Fists. I don't have my anti-undead skills equipped. I probably should. Sacred Life. Don't even have the... Hey, this is a new one. Rising Talisman, isn't it? Yeah, I think this is one of the new ones. That's pretty cool as well. That was added in the 2.1.1c patch, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so I'll just have to go about killing things rather than having my bone offering at the ready. Because I don't have any slots to actually socket it. So, yeah. Priorities. Well, actually, to be honest, I do have a spare socket here where I'm leveling a temporal change. Also, you reanimator, die. Boom, boom, boom. that's a nice group. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Oh wow, someone already summoned a boost thing there. That's good. I'm happy with that. Of course they're using Desecrate. Why wouldn't they use Desecrate? So, Crimson Raimonds, that's a downgrade, isn't it? Oh, that's what I'm actually using, but it's only 4 sockets. Could roll a bit more, but... Also, what level is this area? 51, I'm 55, so it's getting more on par. Okay, let's do a bit of a clear around the blacksmith strongbox before opening it. More enemies coming in. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, let's open this puppy up. Do I have some... Nope, I don't have any conversion thing, so we're just gonna open it as it is. Put that one down, and then we get the hell out. Here, have some undead. And then we just light a fire. And nothing truly remarkable came out. Well, haven't found coal yet. And I've got a feeling I'm on the main path here. Okay, you guys stay at a distance, sure. Another one of those guys. Okay, you guys just die. Just die, really. Yes. Okay, so that's my low level temp change, I suppose. Yes, yes, yes. Still, it's only a 10% AoE boost rather than 16% I got on the level 9 one. So I wanna give it a bit more time. But eventually it's gonna surpass the regular one that doesn't have any quality on it. Yeah, this is the coal room. There's the staircase and all the creepy bits. Okay, let's do this. Hello there, Mr. Cole. How are you? Here. Yeah, you guys go out of the way. There. If you are occupied with my... Oh! Here, haha, have some skeletons. Yeah, he doesn't have a chance. He's so horribly outnumbered. That was entertaining. I know on normal, if I'm playing a melee build, he's just so scary. He just does so much damage. And now it's like, well, I don't care. Have some minions. 27 of them to be exact. Actually, summoned 30 now. Gee, 3 mages. Man, the bob. That's not teleported to me, please. Not a big fan of that. That sounds painful. Okay. He has been properly withered. I think he had a dozen stacks or so. Ooh. I've got a feeling we're getting closer to the staircase and the waypoint. Yeah, very good timing. Very good timing indeed. I think we can get some rewards. Let's see, Maramoa. Let's see, Chiming Spirit Shield, or a Prehistoric Claw, or some weapons. Serpent Wand, Rapier, and a Chris. 80% increased global crit chance. Well, this wand is not too bad, though. 158 mana intelligence is quite a bit. I mean, I'm only at 154. Interesting that I don't get a shadow shield. I get 3 types of weapons, but I don't actually get my native shield type. What's up with that? Well, I guess we'll just go with this. There will be more travel nodes and intelligence boosts, and wow, that's a nice amount of increased bonus to lightning damage on spells. I mean, that's 32 points of lightning damage on average, which will be multiplied by my pretty low number of bonuses to spell damage. That's basically going to be 100 points of extra damage. Would be nice if I was using a flame totem or something.
Tread carefully.
That one does a lot of hits. Let's see. Yeah, of course we don't get any new skills. I keep expecting new skills, but this is cruel. You don't really get a lot of new skills anymore. I think most of them you unlock on normal, and afterwards it's just what you have. So let's see if we found anything worth keeping. Maybe I should also go to the sell tab then. Sacred Life. Oh, removes bleeding. That makes it at least worth considering. It's also over 6 seconds, so this is 200 life per second. I got a feeling this is an old one. This is not the... Yeah, this is just old. Doesn't really matter. Let's see. Coronal Ladder. It's 5 sockets. A whole bunch of evasion. Not really what I want. This is also a decent amount of life. Low strength and dex kind of ruins it. This one I'm just gonna store. If I ever want to play a dex character, it might be interesting. Extra evasion, life regen, cold resist, 5 sockets. There's a lot of ways it could be worse. And these 2 stones, I'm just gonna keep them. Do some crafting with them. I think 2 stone rings are pretty good basis for crafting resistance rings. That's why I always just try to keep a bunch of them in my stash. But I'll sort through my gear later on. So, well, it was I think this was a pretty good episode. Made it all the way to the Lunaris temple. So next episode, Miss Piety is gonna die. Or I'm gonna die trying. But no, let's be positive. Piety is gonna die next episode. So stay tuned. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.